A new poll has some really horrible news for the Democratic Party. And no, I'm not actually talking about the poll that shows that Trump is beating Biden by even bigger margins in a head-to-head matchup for 2024. Nope. I'm talking about the new Harvard-Harris poll showing that 71% of people in this country do not want President Biden to run for a second term. Fewer than 1/3 of Americans think that President Biden should run again in 2024. I'm sure I don't need to say it again, but I'm gonna, because you gotta understand how bad this is for the Democratic Party. I mean, think about it this way. Only 60%, sure, it's a majority of the public, but only 60% say they don't ever want Trump to run again. 71% are looking at Biden, looking at this administration, saying, please, God, don't try to do this for another 4 years. And I think what's interesting, too, here is I don't think this is because people think Biden is doing bad things. You know, it's very difficult to read too much into these polls because they don't always get into the questions of, you know, why do you feel this way? What do you feel about this issue? How do you feel about this? But I do think a lot of people right now are looking at this administration and thinking you've done nothing. You know, we've literally lost rights since you became the president of the United States. Not his fault, to a degree, but you still lost them. Your financial situation is worse than it was 4 years ago, or actually in this case, 2 years ago. That was pandemic. Let's go back 3 years. Either way, your financial situation for most Americans has gotten worse under this administration. Now, is that this administration's fault? The answer to that, I firmly believe, is no. But it doesn't matter what I believe. It matters what everybody else collectively believes. And of course, let's be honest. If the tables were turned, if we had this happening with our gas prices, if we had this level of inflation when Donald Trump was in office, every single leftist outlet here in the United States, including, you know, the even centrist leftists, the corporate leftists, they'd be blaming Donald Trump for inflation every single day. They would. We would. I would. So let's be honest about that. But most people in this country do, in fact, look to the top. When the top is the president of the United States, President Biden, they see their situation has not improved, but gotten worse, and they blame him. And they don't want him back. The problem that the Democratic Party has is that they got nobody else. You've got some leaders, some members of the squad that have emerged as leaders, but most of them are not even currently eligible to run for president. You've got Bernie Sanders out there, who's a hell of a leader. But people look at him and they say, okay, wow, you've already tried it twice. It didn't work. You're even older than Biden. Let's not go down that route. And I don't even know that Bernie could do it again. I mean, he seems like he could. But I just don't know. Elizabeth Warren. She's wonderful. I love her. I'm not one of the people on the left that hate her. I think that's ridiculous. But she's been attacked so viciously by the Republican Party that I don't think you're going to get the moderates to vote for Elizabeth Warren. But the Democrats have to do something. But I think more importantly, Biden has to do something. Not only does he have to start delivering for the voters, but he needs to make it clear right now, I'm going to be one and done. That's it. Let the future leaders of the party emerge now. Because if you wait, you're screwed. But it's not just you that's screwed, because you'll be just fine. The Democratic Party gets screwed. The American public gets screwed. You know, different minority sects of the population get screwed, literally, by this Republican legislation, making their lives a living hell. That's what's at stake, Mr. President. And you can make things so much better. I know you got to put your ego aside to do it, but you've got to send a clear message that you are not going to seek re-election, that you appreciate the opportunities you've been given, both 8 years as vice president, 4 years as president, but that's enough. You're not going to win in 2024. It doesn't matter who your Republican opponent is. you're sleepwalking the party into its grave. And only you can fix that. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.